So where do we go from here? Where we go from here is we start telling the stories of America, telling the stories of the communities that we come from, of those who are struggling and yet making those ends meet, those who are finding a way to fulfill the American dream for themselves. I want us, as your national chairman, to move forward with new solutions, new leadership, new attitude. And it is the attitude that starts the ball rolling. We must begin to redefine and define, in many ways, a transformative strategy. Now, the problem isn't that Americans are less conservative or less interested in what we're doing, is that we have moved away from them. They don't recognize our party. We must win back our credibility with a new purpose and a vision for the future of our nation, a message that's based on time-honored principles that we stand for every single day. Faith, freedom, personal responsibility, respect for life, a commitment to economic growth, individual initiative. We need a complete overhaul of our tactics as a party. We need to build grassroots. We need to train candidates. We need to build infrastructure. We need to take our heads out of the sand. We need to stop complaining, whining, moaning, groaning, finger pointing, blaming, picking on each other. Pick on the Democrats. That's what they're there for. They control it all, folks. White House, Senate, Congress. And yet they're running around trying to, say, well, Republicans are obstructionists. I mean, that's just a boneheaded argument, because the reality says something very different. They do not want to take responsibility for the mess they are creating. Not about to create, they are creating. And they're looking for scapegoats, and we are always right there ready to sign up. Well, not under my leadership. Not under your leadership. Those days are over. Those days are over. The core of what we believe and who we are centers around the fact that our job as a political entity, our job as individual Republicans, is to empower the people of this nation. And I think we have an unprecedented opportunity to give America a new direction. So as we celebrate the anniversary of our founder's birth, the party he founded stands on the threshold of this century, knowing that the promise of America is the promise of endless possibilities. And that is what makes the city on the hill that Reagan talked about shine. It's the people. It's her people who will make the difference between poverty and prosperity, not government. It's her people who will stand shoulder to shoulder, eye to eye, hand in hand, in tough times and in good times, not government. Like Reagan, I put my faith in people, not government. And like Lincoln, who said, we all declare for liberty, but in using the same word, we do not all mean the same thing. With some, the word liberty may mean for each man to do as he pleases with himself and the product of his labor, while with others, the same word may mean for some men to do as they please with other men and the product of other men's labor. If Lincoln got it then, how come we're not getting it now? If Lincoln could say it then, how come we're not saying it now? Liberals want to change America. They've said it. Republicans want to keep her the strongest, freest, greatest nation in the world. Liberals believe the government should solve our problems. Give us a check, a pound of cheese, a ticket, a business card to the welfare office. Republicans believe you cannot bring about prosperity by discouraging thrift. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot help the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. You cannot further the brotherhood of man by encouraging class hatred. You cannot establish security by borrowing money. You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot build character and courage by taking away one's initiative and incentive. And you cannot help men and women permanently by doing for them what they should and could do for themselves. Our principles are true, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have something to say to the people of this country, but we must remember when it comes to principles that just exhorting principles is not the same as acting in a principled way. We've done enough talk. Now it's time to do. That's what this organization has done in the past. That's what I'm expecting it to do in the present. Because when we act, when we back up those words with policies, with initiatives, programs that are not designed to strap people and lock them into government, but to free them of that very same government, the future then is bright. So today, we begin to move forward in a principled way, knowing our values are right, our motives are pure, and our people, that would be you and me, are ready. Today and for many more tomorrows to come, please remember and always act as members of the party of Lincoln, because that's who we are. So walk out of here with your head up. Be proud. Be ready. There's a Democrat who's behind needs to get a little kicking, and I'm expecting you to do that. Thank you. God bless.